Okay, so today we are to complete Chapter 7 SPSS project. And really, what this is about is how to perform a one sample T test in SPSS. So, this is what I posted in your Google Classroom. It hasn't shown yet, but it will at the end of this video. So, when you guys will open it, you will see Chapter 5 SPSS Demystified, the file attached to the project, which is where the data really is for this project. And then you will see the class template. So I'm going to open this guy because you're going to need it. So I'm going to open the class template. And in the class template, you can kind of see what the example is about. The picture is not great because I literally screenshotted from the SPSS file, the book, chapter 5. I screenshot it and I placed it here. But literally what's happening is you have a psychologist that was hired by a leading accounting firm wanting to know if the average number of hours worked per week at the firm was significantly different from the national average of 52 hours for accountants. The industrial psychologist randomly sampled 16 people from different divisions within the firm, recorded the average number of hours they worked per week over a 3-month period. The dependent variable in this study is the number of hours worked per week. And then this is the data given. This is the data. So I already know this is a one sample T test. My N is 16. What are one of the multiples assumptions for one sample T test? You need to have random samples. Sigma is unknown. And the assumption here is you have normal population. Right, that's the assumptions. But the claim, what is the claim in this problem? Is that the average number of hours worked per week for accounting in this firm. So this is what I'm going to type here. The average number of hours worked per week for accountant in this firm is different than the national average of 52 hours for accounting. Then the national average of 52 hours for accountant. And that's it. This is literally what we have. This is literally what we have. So this is our claim. Different is the key word. So because of then different, I know what I have in the claim is the alternative. So what I have in the claim, I have the alternative is in the claim. So my HO, what is it going to be? Let me insert my equation. So I have, let's start with HA since this is going to be mu different than 50. That's what I have in the claim. And here, my mu 0 is going to be mu is equal to 50. All right. Now, what is the degree of freedom? I know n is 16, so it's going to be n minus 1, which is going to give me 15 back. And then my alpha is 0.05. It's not given to me, so I have an assumption here. So now I just need to enter my data. All right. So you can really squeeze and you can quickly see what's happening here. I think this is 54, 48, 68. So we're going to enter the data in SPSS. 54. We're going to make sure that 48, 68, 53. 48, 68, 53, 48, 58, 53, then 60. You can probably zoom in. It's just that I have two windows open. So 45, 57. All right. And then I have 62, 71. Then 71. Then I have 60, 55, 63, 60, 55, 63, 68, 64, 56, and 60. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and blow this up just to make sure. Just to make sure. 54, 48, 68, 53, 60, 45, 57, 62, 71, 60, 55, 63, 68, 64, 56, and 60. All right, I think I'm good. Okay, I think we are good. So now that my data is in, I need to find the standardized test statistic. Before we do that, these are numbers of hours. So let's go ahead and call it hours. It's numeric. The label could be numbers of hours worked by accountant. You can make it a bit short. It doesn't have to be this way. I'm just making sure that everything is okay. My measure is scale. There we go. I created the variable. I'm back in data view. Now, to perform your t-test, you need to go on the analyze, compare means. You're going to see one sample t-test here. Once you see one sample t-test, then the next thing it's going to ask you, what's your test variable, number of hours, what's the test value, you're comparing it to what? They say the average number of hours is different than 50, so it's 50, right? It's 50, so make sure you enter 50 here. Okay, look at your options. It's a 95%, so it means alpha is 0.05. If it was 90, you would change. If it was 0.10, you would change it to 90. If it was 0.01, you would change it to 99. I hope everybody is listening to me. Click continue here. And then you're going to click OK. Just wanting to make sure. National average of 52. See, I'd already made a mistake, so this should be 52. And I know everybody's watching me like she made a mistake. Okay, 52, 52. So this guy here should be 52. That's it. And then you press OK. So these are the tables that you need. The first table is just literally giving you just the sample statistics. So we're going to take this table. And the next table is where we are performing the t-test. So we want this table here so that we get everything we need. We get our test statistic, our test value, our p-value, etc. So those are the two tables you need, and that's pretty much all you need. Once you have all of that, you're pretty much good to go. We can go back to the other window. Okay, here. So once we have that, now it says calculate the standardized test statistic and the p-value. So we are going to plug in our two tables in here. Right here, let's upload from the computer. That's all we're gonna need. So this is what we have, okay? So this is what we have. So here, from here, we can see what the test statistic is, which is 3.918. It's right here. Your t-stat is right here, 3.918. Your p-value, look, is right here. This is your significant p-value. In two-tailed, that's the assumptions. So 0.001, that's your p-value. I hope everybody's seeing it. This is your p-value. This is your test statistic. These are your degree of freedom. So report. Now, make a decision, okay? Now, how are we making a decision? We're going to make a decision according to the p-value that's given to us, right? So we are going to reject the null because the p-value, which is 0.001, is less than alpha. Your alpha is what? 0.05. This is the decision we're going to make. Now, how do we interpret the decision? Now, you look here. The claim is in the alternative and you reject the null. So there is enough evidence to support the claim. So at the 5% significance level, all right, at the 5% significance level, right, we can conclude that there is enough evidence to support the claim that, and you go up and you pick up your claim and you copy and you paste it here. That's it. At the 5% significance level, we can conclude that there is enough evidence to support the claim that the average number of hours worked per week for accountants in this firm is different than the national average of 52 hours for accountant. And that's the end. So this is all you need to know how to perform a one sample T test, you know, with SPSS. All right. You have data. You have your hypothesized mean. You plug in your data in SPSS. You get your outputs. You chop it in and place it here in your template. And then you make your conclusion. You make your decision and you interpret your decision. That's it. That is all. All right. So complete the work in Google Classroom and post it for me. Thank you. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.